Welcome to the Caps Locks and Chair Shots podcast with your host, Everytime.
This is one night only. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Twitch TV and Podbean proudly bring to you the Caps Locks and Chair Shots podcast, a one night only special. My name is Evertine. I am your host for this roundtable discussion where we are going to talk about the state of the WWE. Joining me as always, he is the muscle of the podcast, future MMA champion, maybe even a wrestling champion, and voice of all of Southeast Asia. He is the one, the only, Jaime.
What's up, wrestling fans? Let's do this.
And also joining me is my tag team partner, my arch nemesis, and my very best friend. You know him from all around the internet, including right here on Twitch TV, but you can only find his wrestling stuff on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Johnny Bananas.
You know, Jaime, you gotta figure out what you want to do in life, man. Your intro is getting way too long. Way too long. I need you to figure this out for me so we can narrow it down, because my intro is supposed to be the longest. It's written into the contract. So,
hold on. It's not written into the contract. It was written into the agreement we had with the independent arbiter from season 1.
Yeah, that was a contract.
No, it wasn't. Anyway, and we are having an additional member of our panel tonight. He is a childhood friend, a wrestling history aficionado, and a hapless Raider fan. Guys, let's welcome Adam to the show.
How we doing, guys? I got a brew in one hand and some knowledge of wrestling in my mind. Let's do this stuff.
All right, we're going to start this show off the way we do every show. However, we just did a show 72 hours ago. So we're going to give you some different takes. Guys, starting with Jaime, give me your one big thing of the week.
Everyone now legitimately likes to walk with Elias.
That is what WWE stands for. Daniel, give me yours.
I don't think the WWE is going to enjoy this Fox move very much.
Ooh, are we teasing something, perhaps?
Possibly. After what I've been seeing and reading.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call in the radio biz as a tease. And Adam, give me your one big thing from the wrestling this week.
Seth Rollins, I have heard, is going to be the absolute man in 2019. So just let that simmer.
It's been that way for the last 5 years. All right, and my one big thing, ladies and gentlemen, we're here again. We have gone months without shows, and we're doing 2 in 4 days. You may want to listen for future news later in the show. All right, guys. The whole reason the show is coming about is because Daniel has been frustrated, as not just a wrestling fan, but as a human being, due to a lack of sex. But anyway, Daniel, you're frustrated with... whatever. You're frustrated with the WWE. Here's 5 minutes. Tell us why so we can tell you you're wrong.
Okay, where are we from a year and a half ago? Brock Lesnar is the Universal Champion.
Okay.
Roman Reigns would be the Universal Champion if some stuff didn't happen to him and it didn't come back. So
you can say the word cancer. It's fine.
Wish him goodwill, but it's a weird situation, right? Lesnar, we still have a unseen champion on Raw. SmackDown is back to basically being the B brand. Storylines are awful. We don't know where anything is going as far as what are the points of some of these matches. We have literally seen, if I'm not mistaken, we have seen Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins 15 times at least over the last 6 months in some sort of capacity.
Mm-hmm. It's called a rivalry.
What are we doing with these guys we're calling up? What are we doing? What are we doing with the Bobby Roodes? What are we doing with the Leo Rushes as far as being on 205 Live? What are we doing with guys that we brought back like Bobby Lashley? What are we doing with guys like Drew McIntyre? What are we doing with guys like Adish Cien Almas? There is no... you are still it's rinse and repeat with them. It's getting old. I'm getting tired of it. I am normally the person that would buy my WrestleMania tickets the day they go on sale. I didn't do that this year. Still haven't bought them.
Okay. Adam, you're a newcomer to the show and possibly even maybe a permanent fixture. We heard what Dan has to say. Would you like to form a rebuttal?
I would love to form a rebuttal. I think the state of the WWE is phenomenal, and I'm not looking at storyline wise per se. I'm looking at the deals they're making behind the scenes, and as the past few years for me, I feel like I've really changed as a wrestling fan. I try to look at behind the scenes a lot more, and that's how I feel like real wrestling fans, they will understand what's going in front of the screen or in front of the curtain better. And this Fox deal, Dan, I would love to know your opinion on why you think it's going to fail so bad. It's national. I mean, it's just a bigger forum for them. It's huge. More people are going to have eyeballs on it. And you're saying, like, so Seth Rollins stuck in my mind when you said, what are they doing with Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler? It's the dry period, in my opinion, for wrestling. It's the holidays. Now, back in the day, way back in the day,
fall of the fall.
I agree. Now, way back in the day, the holidays, those were the big times for house shows and everything, but it's not the house show business anymore. It's TV all the time. And this is the lull. People aren't watching TV. They are hanging out with relatives. They're doing things of that nature. And WWE knows that. They're going to drag it out a little bit, but they have to every once in a while, in my opinion. And maybe they won't make as much money now, but they're letting these things simmer, like Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. I don't even think it should be at TLC. TLC is too small of a pay-per-view for that feud. So they're letting things simmer. But I do agree with you that they honestly, they have too much talent that they can't present it all. They really cannot, in my opinion. And, like, for example, they're bringing Lars Sullivan up. I think he should stay in NXT. Not because he needs it, but because NXT needs him. WWE, they might present him well at first. These vignettes that I'm seeing are okay. They're not really telling us anything about him, but it'll go from squash match, kind of like a Braun Strowman kind of thing with him, but it's a slow simmer is what I'm trying to get at. And
for Lars, I agree. That'll be a slow simmer. I agree.
Okay.
But I just feel like it's a slow burn, and us as fans, we want everything to be so fast and a hot shot everything that they wouldn't have anything in a year.
Okay. Okay. Nope. Jaime's turn to talk. Jaime, give us your thoughts.
Well, for one, first thing is when Dan said that, what are they doing with the guys that get called up? I don't think the guys that get called up. The problem is they do not cut guys as much as they do in the past. Like, remember before, like during the Ruthless Aggression era and a little after, when you would suddenly not see them appear on TV anymore, when they were just appearing on a weekly basis, then there's just news that they have been released or, their contract just ended. Maybe they don't release people as much as they do in the past anymore. And yes, I agree with the Dolph versus Seth. We've been seeing it like forever. But wouldn't it be because, there are some circumstances that they didn't prepare for, like people get injured all of a sudden. Nobody expected Roman Reigns' sickness to come back again. Just when the WWE is ready to finally push him on top as the top star of Raw.
And he will be the top star.
Yes, when he returns, I believe that. I want that to happen. And as far as SmackDown is concerned, when you said that it has become the B show again, yes, probably, but maybe also because there's no new flavor in it. And it's full of veterans. Like, the new big faces always go up on Raw. Nobody goes to SmackDown. So it will be interesting to see what next year's draft brings.
So SmackDown's got the workers.
So I'm gonna first agree with Jaime, but then I'm going to also say that you bring up, I agree that there's guys, like both you guys just said, Roman's going to be back on top when he comes back. You know what you could have did when Roman got injured? You could have gave it to somebody that's proved themselves since they came back from an injury and give the Universal Championship back to Finn.
No.
Why not? No.
Just, Jaime, you go for it.
I was just going to say that it all boils down, maybe it boils down to social media. Rumor has it that Finn Balor doesn't take him seriously enough on social media to garner that position.
Okay.
To garner that position, they gave him
No,
that position.
Stop. I wasn't going to do this, but I have to correct some injustices here. Adam, I'm disappointed in you. Wrestling is cyclical. The same stuff happens over and over again.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not that everything gets recycled. It's just history has a tendency to repeat itself. Everything goes through the highs and lows, whether that's in a decade's time or a year's time. This absolutely is the fall of the fall. That's 100% correct. But this is also the time that the WWE uses to put these B-plus players, if you will, in a title avenue, in the main event spotlight, to see how well everybody's going to react to it. And if they get a strong enough reaction...
I said that. I agree with that.
I'm just saying, the vitriol with all of this is agitating me. And Daniel. No, Finn Balor hasn't proven anything. What has he proven?
If he hasn't proven anything, why was he the first Universal? What changed?
No. Since after the injury. After the injury. You said he proved himself after the injury.
Yes, he proved himself that he can stay healthy. Right? That was the big
Working
thing
a quarter of the schedule that a champion would do.
Seth proved he stayed healthy too, and I mean he's not Universal Champion.
No, but he's been in he is the guy.
So
he's the guy with the IC title. Do you want to know why the IC
title
title's on Seth?
I know.
The IC title's on Seth because Brock isn't going to show up every week. The IC title's the number one belt on Raw.
I agree with that. But Finn he's when he was fresh and he was hot, he had just came from NXT, and I think Vince said, let's push him. We got to push him now, or he's just going to go in this lull period like Bobby Roode is now. And then he got hurt, and then he got put on the back burner, and he just hasn't come back up yet.
Do you know who got the biggest pop when they came back from an injury? I was at the show that Finn came back. Finn got the largest pop there ever is, and Finn still
ever is.
Finn got the largest pop that night with all the guys that came back and everybody on the show.
Of course.
Yeah, but he still gets a huge pop.
Okay, you guys are arguing over what other people cheered for. That's ridiculous. Jaime, stop blowing into the mic. I want to make a joke here, but I can't because we're on Twitch. What do you want to say?
Nah, I just want to see Dan and Alex argue.
It's not Alex. It's Adam. Alex is gone. We haven't had Alex in a year.
Let me say this real quick. I swear, if anybody ever gets my name wrong and calls me something, it's always Alex, though. So that's like my second name.
Well, to be fair...
You don't want to be affiliated with the Alex that used to be on this show, though.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, to be fair, that...
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
all good, brother.
Yeah, it's, they're... Just listen to some of the earlier shows, you'll understand why that's such a bad thing to call you. Anyway...
Fair.
Jaime, you are 100% right, though. They're not cutting anybody, and they should. There's a lot of fat on both of those rosters that makes me question why everybody is still under contract.
I agree, too. They need to make cuts because there are people on there that we just aren't even seeing them, and they could be useful in anywhere else, really.
Well, that's...
One other thing. Hold on. One other thing. Just give me 1 second, because I meant to say this earlier, kind of in a rebut to Adam. You talk about them needing to bring up Lars. You said you think they should have left him down. That's where I disagree with you because if they weren't putting the title on him back when he was hot, he shouldn't get it now. And you have other big men down there like Keith Lee that can take that role now.
He's the man.
It had to come out eventually.
It had. Oh yeah, at 100%. So here's a little history on the reason why I brought up Keith Lee, right? So Ed and I made a bet. He still hasn't paid up. I bet this is how confident I was Keith Lee was gonna get signed to the WWE. I bet Ed WrestleMania tickets in 2020 that he would be signed before 2020.
It was 2019 first because I didn't think the show would
It's
last
still
until
up.
2020.
By over a year.
Yeah, but what am I supposed to pay you?
You owe me $20.
I spent $100 sending you merchandise. Are you even wearing the merchandise?
It's cold, but okay, we'll call it even.
It's cold.
You literally saw me put a hoodie on.
No, Dan, I didn't because we can't see you because you're streaming.
Oh, that's right. You didn't see me put a hoodie on. But I literally have a hoodie on. I have on a hoodie, a hat, and long pants.
It's Miller time.
Why don't you wear our hat?
You know what? I'll grab it. That's a
Thank
good
you.
point.
While Dan's gone, you guys completely missed my point, though. They're keeping a lot of these guys under contract that maybe shouldn't be under contract for a reason. Now, we've heard rumors that, and granted, believe me, I'd be the first one to accept this and watch it universally if TNA takes over SmackDown's time slot on the USA Network. But what... Now, SmackDown's going to Friday nights, right? It's going back to Fridays. So what if the WWE offers new content on that night, still on USA, and a third show comes out? They're not afraid to saturate the market with wrestling. Look at what they've done to the network. But if they can move into real television dollars on a major cable network that they're already on, plus go to one that's an over-the-air network digitally, and have not, 9 to 10 or 11 hours of wrestling every week, TNA would go out of business. They'd have nothing to do. I'm just saying, maybe these guys are being kept around and show just enough, like a guy like a Jinder Mahal. Maybe the reason NXT is so loaded is because, guys, you're going to see Aleister Black, you're going to see the Velveteen Dream, and Gargano, and Ciampa, and everybody else start a new show. And then guys like Keith Lee and everybody else are going to run NXT. And you'll have Adam Cole, exactly,
Boom.
take over a new show with somebody like a Bobby Roode and have them go at it in whatever this new show is going to be called. Maybe that's why everybody is still here. And they're showing us just a few glimpses of everything that's going on to keep them guys a little bit fresh in our head to launch this new show in February.
I don't think
What
that's
a fantasy booking that is.
Yeah, you haven't experienced
Under ECW on Sci-Fi.
That was
They already own the
I'll
trademark.
I'll put it to you this way: that was one of Ed's mild fantasies.
Mild. The other one was that, TNA is bought by the WWE and that brand.
Let me try to poke a hole in that, or maybe a couple.
No, you don't have to try. You don't have to try to poke a hole in that.
One being
I think
WWE
Swiss cheese.
does not care about TNA at all. It's like TNA is nothing to WWE.
If TNA was... Hold on. No.
Bingo hall like ECW was to WWE back in the day.
Now, your logic is screwed up, and you're a history guy, and you should know better.
And I love ECW, but it is the
Then
truth.
you
I'm
should
a
know
realist
this,
as well.
because the WWF, at the time, helped ECW financially a lot by putting Paul Heyman on the payroll,
They did.
by spending...
They gave him a lot of talent.
And not just talent. You can read about this in one of my books, and I believe it is called, and that's pretty cool, you can find that on Amazon. Just
That's
search
a
my
plug.
name. In that book, I tell a story about how Mike Awesome was the ECW champion and bolted for WCW. And in the settlement of a lawsuit brought by Paul Heyman against Ted Turner, Eric Bischoff, and WCW to prevent them from using the ECW championship on television, the WWF sent Taz, a WWF contracted wrestler, to an ECW house show to fight a WCW contracted wrestler in Mike Awesome for the ECW championship. Don't ever say that the WWF did not help out ECW. ECW
I
mattered
never said
greatly.
that. I
You
never
just
said that
did.
at all.
They're just a bingo hall. ECW mattered greatly to the
I
WWF.
didn't say that. What I said was, does TNA and WWE have any relationship at all right now? No, they
You
don't.
look at the NXT roster.
I'm just comparing the size.
and I can
of
tell
what
you
they are.
I can tell you that relationship isn't going to get any better, especially after TNA pulled LAX from a Evolve card.
No,
Two Evolve cards.
Why is that? Or do we know?
They were scheduled to. LAX was billed to fight Street Profits, who are the Evolve Tag Team Champions, and also obviously NXT roster guys, WWE roster guys.
Mm-hmm.
And LAX was like, "Hey, look, we can't lose those matches. It's going to mess up credibility." So Evolve changes the whole card around to basically make sure that LAX doesn't lose. They're not taking the pinfall. It was a triple threat tag match, and then it was also it was going to be a 6-man tag match. And after the bouts were announced, a day later, TNA pulls them off the cards.
Wow. LAX is awesome. Shout out to Conan. Got a great podcast.
You know that we're gonna one of these days. Me and you, Adam, are just gonna do our own one night show and just talk about history and stuff like that.
I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
Conan is one of the more underrated performers ever. I mean, he's
like the Hulk Hogan of Mexico, man.
That's because Conan never knew when to shut his mouth in the States.
Well, the thing is, if you look at like the NWO, not the LWO that Eddie Guerrero had, but the NWO, Conan was like the only legit member that was Latino that was taken seriously. Like you look,
I love Conan, and I love.
I'm just saying, it was great
too. Like, shout out to Adam for mentioning his podcast. Like, I love his podcast too. His issue when he was a performer in the States was he didn't know when to shut up, and I don't mean from like, you know, a spitting standpoint as far as shooting a gimmick or just shooting the shit on the mic.
You mean behind the scenes?
Hey, language, Daniel.
Scenes, yeah. I can say what I want.
Yep.
We're on Twitch, doofus.
So is he kind of like the earlier version of what Alberto, whatever he is, Del Rio, El Patron, whatever he is right now?
Page's
Is
ex.
Conan like the earlier version of him?
Kind of.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Conan's very much an original, but yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, he was more athletic than Del Rio, but not as filtered. Like
Yeah.
El Patron or Del Rio, El Patron, whatever he was in TNA when he first got there and was legit cussing. It's like Slammiversary a couple of years ago. That was Conan every Monday Nitro. Like he was just a fire.
When he was in NWO, before that, he was like a legit luchador. But I mean, he was incredible though.
And he was like 260
I don't know
pounds.
if you guys seen any of his recent work, like at Triple Mania, but he shot some great promos there too.
Dan, what is Triple Mania?
I did not know we were going to talk about Conan for like 2, 3, 4
Triple
minutes.
Mania is
Triple A.
I
love talking to you guys, man. It's good stuff.
Hold on.
Promotion, Triple A promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And now is what would that be classified here in the U.S.? Is it a
Triple A?
Is it a major or is it an independent?
It's in the U.S. You'd probably consider it an independent.
Right.
It's definitely a major.
And
in
do
Mexico,
I watch?
It's a major.
Do I watch independent wrestling, Daniel?
I mean, Jeff Jarrett was their champion, so I thought you'd be all over that. Oh no.
Okay, no. I'm gonna end this right. I'm gonna end this right now because you guys have been giving me crap about Jeff Jarrett for months. I am not a Jeff Jarrett fan.
Awesome.
No.
Jeff Jarrett's awesome.
No. He ruined his own company several times. I do not like Jeff Jarrett. I don't think he's a bad guy.
If you go back and you listen to our shows, Adam, you will see how big of a fan that is of Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett, I like Jeff Jarrett.
No.
Jeff Jarrett's a great.
Jeff Jarrett, Mark.
Listen here, slapnuts. That's not how this works.
Slapnut.
Listen here, Mark. This is my show, all right? This is my show. This was my idea. You're going to listen to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you're the voice that does the intros. I guess you're the person that pays for the Podbean account to make sure that this goes on iTunes. I guess you're the person that designs the logos for this place. Oh wait, no, this is still my show. Your idea, my show.
Laying down the law.
Just saying. Do I get to suspend you again?
Yes.
Okay, you're unmuted now.
Yes.
You're unmuted now.
All right.
Oh my god, he's muted.
Let's. It's funny because Dan can control the Twitch stream, but I control what goes onto iTunes, and it's kind of 50-50 on who gets more viewers. So, anyway,
Man, I just dig talking about wrestling, man. I love it.
let's talk about NXT and the other stuff that the WWE has. Daniel brought it up when he first started with Leo Rush and 205 Live. There's no secret. Outside of Jaime, there may be 4 other people, just like there are 4 listeners of the show, that watch 205 Live. What are they doing there? I still think it's time to rebrand it into Velocity.
It's actually a really good product.
Yeah, but it's like Impact was a year ago. Really good product. Nobody watches it because of the stuff that's happened in the past.
Viewership's up because they moved the night of it.
Okay, so it's went
What
from,
they moved the night to? I didn't even do that, to be honest.
See?
Wednesdays now.
and he's a wrestling
Right.
fan.
Right? Jaime, they did move the night, right? I'm not tripping on that?
I don't know. I just watched them on Backtrack.
Why would they do that if they have NXT on Wednesdays, though?
Because now instead of getting 3 hours on Monday, 3 hours on Tuesday, 1 hour on Wednesday, you're getting 3, 2, and 2.
Okay. I mean,
That's a good idea.
yeah, I can dig that.
2 hours of good wrestling. Good
Yeah,
pure
I mean,
wrestling.
probably the best 2 hours of legit wrestling you're going to see all week. Like, normally.
That's gonna kill the indies.
Yeah,
It
well,
is not going to kill. It won't. The indies are already dead.
The amount of talent that they're bringing in and the possibility of talent, it's
it's almost
It's
enough to have a
scary.
new show. It's almost enough to put a new show on their old network in the same time slot they have one. Or is that what you're trying to say, Dan? It's scary that that could happen?
Can I say something to that though? If they did that, if they really did that, Ed, they would dilute the product, in my opinion.
so much.
It's just so
Okay.
much.
Sure.
It's just so much WWE that it's just like at some point the fans will get tired. We're already tired of it. We can't watch 205 Live and NXT all the time. Definitely not 205 Live for me. I watch a good amount of NXT, 205 Live.
Okay.
I'll check out a couple highlights. But it's like it'd just be so much. It'd just be too much, man. In my opinion.
No, that's fine. But you gotta think. Vince McMahon
That's
is...
why ECW failed. The WWECW failed.
No.
That's not the only reason. It's one of the reasons. It's just too much.
No. The reason the WWE run ECW failed was because Sci-Fi refused to promote it. It had terrible, just god-awful writing in wrestling because Paul Heyman got fired from doing it. The promos were stilted. They wanted you to believe that
baby.
I'm just saying, they wanted you to believe that Matt Hardy version, I guess it was 2.1, was a legitimate world champion before he was broken. Broken Matt Hardy is a world champion. Whatever that Matt Hardy was not. They tried pushing people like Ezekiel Jackson into, hey, this guy's legit on same par with Triple H. When they're
Let's not forget about that belt.
Oh, God. Terrible. They should have just taken that hour or 2 hours. Hey, here's the Hardcore Championship. 24/7 rule. Go. That's the only storyline you need. That's what should happen. But I'm too smart to work for the WWE. Anyway, we have hit our halfway point. So, what's that?
I said, there, you fit right in with some of the storylines they come up with.
I'm a better writer, okay? And I'm a better writer than Jim Cornette. I'm a better writer than Paul Heyman.
Anybody's a better writer than Jim Cornette.
Whoa.
No,
Hey, Smoky
no,
Mountain Wrestling did
no.
damn good, okay?
No.
I'm a better writer than Vince Russo.
Jim Cornette's trash.
Jim Cornette is not trash.
I'm a
Jim
better
Cornette's
writer than Ed Ferrara. I'm a better writer than Shane
You're not a
McMahon.
better writer than Ed Ferrara.
I am a better...
Jim Cornette is not trash. And anybody would say he isn't trash except for somebody at Dairy Queen.
I am a better writer than Eric Bischoff. Simple as
What
that.
are you holding up? What are you holding up right now?
Oh, my planner for work.
Can you please just make that very clear really quick?
Why?
Can you show me the planner? Not gonna lie, it looks like a gun.
It's
The way you were flashing it, it looked like a gun. I was like, Jesus.
Anyway, back before we got off the rails, we're at our intermission, and at which time we're going to do what we've done in almost every show we've ever done. Jaime, you're up first, but you are getting the hot girl of the show. So who's your hot girl of the show, Jaime?
The hot girl of the show is not a wrestler right now, but she's involved with the wrestler. She's none other than the girlfriend with the man with the undeniable Kavorka, the perpetual motion machine of badassery, and the namer of dummies, Eli Drake. Her name is Michelle Yavulla. You can check out her Instagram at MLYAVULL. A lot of good stuff there.
Hey,
I
Dan.
had to put that out.
Dan,
I had to put that out.
Dan, do you agree with Jaime?
I mean, that's not who I would have picked.
Oh my God! It was right
Dan
there.
would have picked that guy.
All
Hold
you-
on. What is the
Dang.
what is this Instagram again?
Michelle Yavulla. At MLYAVULL.
MLYAVULL.
Yeah, show it on your screen, Dan. We're on Twitch. Show them who
Okay.
I'm talking about.
He
And
probably should.
let them tell me if I'm wrong or not.
I actually disagree.
Okay, well, you're not going to tell us why because we don't do that with you. Oh, wait, yeah, we do. Okay, why? Who should it be, Daniel?
I mean,
If you say you're banned from the usual three,
who did I go with? Who did I go with a couple days ago?
didn't we let you go with Alexa Bliss because of just how amazing she looked in the office?
No, I
That's
said I
who I
wasn't.
picked.
No. I said I wasn't going with Alexa. Bliss.
Mandy Rose, wasn't it? Or,
Okay, so if I went with Mandy, I'm gonna go with Liv.
no, you went with Liv because we said you could.
Okay. Can you clip that? Can you clip that, please?
I can't
Can you
because
clip that?
other
I
people
can
were.
clip
That was
I can
gold.
clip that. I can go back and clip that on the stream.
Okay,
Absolutely gold.
anyway, you went with Liv Morgan because I told you you should have gone with Mandy Rose because Anna said she was hot. So, can't be Mandy Rose, can't be Liv Morgan, can't be Alexa Bliss, or the Iconics. So who should it have been, Daniel?
Dude, you're leaving me like with a couple options. We're gonna go with somebody who's currently on the shelf. She has not had the best of luck since signing with the WWE, but she still does have the best of looks, and that is Tegan Knox,
Okay, I see ya.
formerly known as Nixon Noel.
You both are wrong. And let me tell you why. And to tell you why, it's because of the fact that I think Aleister Black is one of the luckiest MFers in the world because what's his relationship status now? Anybody know?
Did I miss this?
Not champion.
Relationship status. Pretty sure I saw somewhere, and I think it was in our chat, Daniel, that, isn't he, like, married now to Zelina Vega?
No, what? Austin Aries
Yeah.
got divorced?
Yeah, Aleister Black and Selena Vega now a married couple. Ringside
Wow,
News
quick.
reported SmackDown superstar Zelina Vega and NXT superstar Aleister Black were in a relationship after they received a photo of the two together. Yeah, Jaime shared it. She
Good
did.
for you.
I don't
Aleister.
understand that.
Hold on, I gotta look at this.
Yeah, that's who it should be because honestly, and you know who the person I feel bad about the most is?
Austin Aries?
No, no. It's Andrade. How do you say his name? Almas. Andrade.
Yeah.
Because he lost his manager. His English is not good enough to cut a promo. Bye-bye. He's done.
No.
El Igolo is not going to do anything unless they go on a Mexican tour. I'm just saying. Or
That's interesting, man. That was a quick move for her. I feel like her and
Very quick.
Her and Aries like split up less than a year ago.
Oh, what
That's
if?
why I said in our chat.
Hold
she
on.
replaced an activist with somebody I'm not allowed to mention on Twitch, I think.
Hold on. I'm putting up the red flag here because it's time for me to do. Okay, we all know what and I'm pimping my own book again because you can also read about this one, and that's pretty cool. Find it on Amazon. Search my name. The love triangle between Matt Hardy, Edge, and Lita. What if this is kind of the same thing? Austin Aries leaves the WWE.
He left a while ago, though.
But I'm just saying, now she needs somebody there because the dates are no way matching up. Aleister Black sitting over in the corner being all brutish. Wow, that guy's got nice tattoos. Bang, bing, bang, bam. Aries is gone. He moves in. Just saying.
That would be sweet. If there was something legitimately like that happen again, that'd be awesome. Because I dug the Matt Hardy Edge stuff.
Oh, it's only going to be awesome if Selena Vega goes on a radio show in Mexico and they just let Austin Aries just verbally berate her for 35 minutes like the WWE did on Bite This in the infancy theater.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That was must-see TV. All right. Since we gave Jaime the hot girl of the show, and he actually gave us a straight answer for once, Daniel, you have the fight or match of the show. So what do you got?
Well, you see, Boot.
Boot.
I think. But I don't really know if I should go with.
Okay, we're getting racist. We gotta kind of give an answer here.
No, that's not being racist. That's just literally mocking Jaime to a T.
Anyway.
All right. I am gonna go with an upcoming fight in John Jones versus. Oh my God, Jaime! I'm blanking on his name. Why can I not think of Gustafson's name? I couldn't think of Gustafson's name.
Alexander.
Yeah. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be Jones' first fight back. Hopefully he can keep his head clean, get that title back, and I'd love to see. I'm really looking forward to that because I'm a huge John Jones fan.
Jaime, is he right?
Well, John Jones is one of the most talented fighters on the planet. Like, he can literally kick people's butts even when he is high on drugs.
Honestly, I haven't met a lot of people high on drugs that couldn't kick somebody's butt. Like, drugs are a very powerful thing, and a lot of people that are
crazy.
I'm telling you, it's a hell of a drug.
Well,
we should probably stop talking
really
about
happens.
drugs. We need before we violate Twitch's terms of service. Have we already, Daniel?
Probably, but there's nobody watching.
Nah, it happens. Nobody listens either, so it's all good. Okay, so Jaime gave us 2 straight answers. That we need to bookmark this show. Anyway.
Oh my God, I have a joke. I have just on. I have to mute my mic on stream. I have to mute my mic on stream.
Well, then do it already before we get...
I did. But the joke was that's the first thing Jaime has given us straight in a really long time.
Oh, it's a gay joke. All right, unmute yourself.
I did. I wish you. Okay, I did.
Okay, sorry about that for none of you that are watching. Anyway, we have Adam on the show. He is a wrestling historian like I am, and I'm springing this on him. Give me a historical fact for the show, Adam. You're going to be this is your bit from now on, by the way. Anytime you're on the show, you're required to give us a random historical fact. So, give us a random historical fact.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you what. I watched the match. I work out 6 days a week, and every day I'll go on the treadmill, and I'll watch a match. And I watched the match. This was like 2 days ago. I'll just usually go into a year, and then I'll kind of find a pay-per-view on there. And I went to 2002, WrestleMania 18. What match did I go to?
Hogan Rock?
Hogan Rock, of course, man. And I'll tell you what, that match is so hot, and it's really not because of Hogan, because he can't really work. And Rock, I mean, he's a good worker, but he's not a insane worker. It's the crowd. It's the atmosphere. It is what made that match is the crowd. When Hogan is hulking up, like, it's 2002, Hogan hulking up was something from the 80s. But it didn't matter because that crowd in Montreal, or Toronto, I mean, they went ballistic, man. And it makes you go crazy as a fan because it's what you love as a fan. Why you live for wrestling is for that pop. When the Hardys came out in 2017, you got the same pop. But I would say now it would be my historical moment for the day that I just got sprung on because I just watched it. It's an insane match. Watch it immediately.
Well, Adam, thank you for that, by the way. I had to go run and grab something, and it's something I think everybody on the show will enjoy. eBay is a great thing.
There you go.
That's awesome, actually. That's the first time you'll hear me actually say I like something you bought.
Oh, there's also this one.
Oh, yeah.
Which brings me to my next thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is Crossroads Magazine. You can find it for free all around Eastern Ohio. In it, you will find a section called Famous Ohioans in Sports. And I really should have bookmarked this because I know this is so riveting to watch. Oh, God, where is it? And the reason the Macho Man was purchased, off of eBay, by the way, a lot of really interesting
Come
stuff.
on, get to the point.
Famous Ohioans in Sports. Macho Man Randy Savage, also called, what's his real name? Randy Poffo,
Randy Poffo.
who was a minor league player for Adam and I's St. Louis Cardinals.
Very true.
Also, breaking baseball news, Yan Gomes has been traded to the Nationals.
Doesn't matter.
It's my Indians team. It matters. And the Blues haven't blown it, so we're still pretty good there. All right, let's move on.
Okay, all right, yeah, let's move on. Enough talking about a bunch of shitty sports teams.
Wreck.
I'm going to kill you, Dan. May not be today, may not be tomorrow.
This sounds like a legit threat, and it's definitely against TOS.
It's not a legit threat. I've threatened to harm Daniel physically many, many times.
I think Ed's gonna do Twitch a favor.
Yeah, get us kicked off. Anyway, I just want to point out that Dan's favorite baseball team is the Baltimore Orioles, who the Cardinals beat so soundly consistently, they had to move to the East Coast to get away from them. Just want to point that out. Okay? So, F you, Dan. Anyway, let's move on. The next thing on our topic, since we spent a lot of time talking about nothing and the WWE, which some people think is nothing, let's talk about the state of Impact. How do you guys feel about it? Adam, let's go to you first. What's your thoughts on Impact Wrestling?
It's a non-factor.
Care to elaborate?
It's such a non-factor. How many people watch it a week? I think 200,000 people or 300,000 people watch it this week. It's nothing. I'm not saying that the talent is nothing on there, but they are a non-factor, and that's what I was trying to get to earlier of how big WWE is and how much they do not care about TNA because they are not affecting any kind of business. They are not moving the needle in any way.
If they move to Monday nights, okay, bad example.
I would say they already did that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They already did that.
If they move to a different station besides Pop TV.
Like USA Network. Okay.
They won't.
No.
I just used an example.
There's a reason they're on Pop TV because nobody else would take them.
That's not true.
What I'm saying is let's speak hypothetical here because I kind of want to get your view on this. If they were to move to FX, for example, right?
Which is a Fox property, which they won't do, but okay.
Better numbers than Pop, yeah, but it's because there's more people that watch FX. That's the only reason why. It's not because it's not like a normal fan would be like, oh, they're moving to FX. Let's watch this now. It's
right. And here's the thing, though, right? They're not going to move to USA because that's probably an exclusive deal that WWE has with USA.
With NBC Universal, which they do because that's why Saturday night's main event was on NBC for a while. It's because Dick Ebersol, the guy that pioneered NBC Sports, was a very close and personal friend with Vince McMahon, and those relationships still very much exist. But also with the WWE going to Fox, it kind of nixes that relationship as well and kind of, hey, thank you for everything you've done, but we're going to go to the competition now, which I still maintain.
Raw there, the number one flagship show is still on USA.
For right now, it is.
That's not going to Fox.
No. I'm not.
You can't fantasy book like that. It's so impossible to do. It's a fantasy book.
You guys are focusing on the wrong thing of what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Raw is going to leave USA. I'm saying it's no longer going to be the flagship show. Because once SmackDown goes to Fox, and it is on major network television, not cable, network television, their ratings are going to improve. They're going to draw more money from advertisers. They're going to be in higher demand because more people are going to watch them. Now, you think about it. The wrestling boom, 1995 to 2000-ish. Because honestly, when WCW died, or started to die, so did the wrestling boom. So that
96.
95, when Nitro hit.
95 was dead, dude.
95 was not dead.
Alright, keep going.
Anyway, focusing on the wrong thing again. 9 million people tuned in every night to watch wrestling. It's down to about 3 every Monday and Tuesday. If they go to Fox, you're going to get a lot of people that just happen to cross by it. A lot of those 9 million homes that had little kids that liked to watch Goldberg and Hulk Hogan and Triple H and Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and all of those guys that made the Attitude Era and the wrestling boom famous. They're now adults with their own households, and they're going to be flipping through the channels and see, oh, wrestling's on Fox, and they're going to tune in. And they're going to realize, hey, this ain't so bad. Because the crowds are going to be hotter in February when all these guys that are taking off right now, guys like a Brock Lesnar, guys like an AJ Styles,
Brock Lesnar's a terrible example. Brock Lesnar takes off freaking January through
I'm just saying.
December.
Going to Fox is going to rekindle a lot of fandom and a lot of the fair weather casual fans.
I'm not saying it's not going to help.
With the viewership higher, with advertising dollars higher, with the crowds hotter and larger, SmackDown's going to be the flagship show. I didn't mean Raw's leaving the USA Network, which, by the way, it's done a couple of times. I'm saying SmackDown is going to be the new number one.
Won't be. Vince won't do it. Raw will always be number one.
And what makes you think Vince is going to be calling the shots very much longer?
Until he dies, he'll call the shot.
I mean, the dude's done steroids, admittedly.
He's 73, and he works out like a fiend. He's a health nut. He's got forever, I feel like. Vince McMahon will die before, or I'll die before Vince McMahon does.
I pray that's not the case.
That was more of a joke, but
I'm just saying I don't need to go home for another funeral. I'm not doing it. Anyway,
no doubt.
So back to the original everything. Impact. Adam said it's inconsequential. Jaime, the three of us started because of Impact Wrestling, and now we're kind of all dismissing it. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, with all you guys said about Impact, don't you think the way Impact is doing right now, it's undeniably better than it was in the past? Don't you think it just takes one big network to take a risk and take them in?
Like what? What
to
network?
Come back into relevance.
You're obviously not. You don't have Time Warner or Charter or Daniel. Don't you work for a company that offers television service?
Yeah, I do. I work for AT&T.
And what do they offer?
What did we just buy?
DirecTV?
Yeah, they offer DirecTV. I'm trying to think, though.
Never mind. I'm done trying to give you a free commercial. Jaime, continue with your thought.
No. What I'm thinking is...
one at a time.
I go first because this is my show. We just bought a cable company. I wouldn't say it's actually Time Warner.
You guys didn't buy Time Warner.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Anyway, while you look it up, Jaime, finish your thought. Or was that your thought?
That was the main idea of my thought. Like, you guys were talking about nobody's watching Impact because it's on Pop, but I'm looking at it right now and they're actually doing better than they have done in how many years ago, and even the past year. Right now, my opinion is that it only takes one big network, a lot of eyes tuning in.
Dude, we bought Time Warner.
Wow.
Wait a second.
Breaking news.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on. So, AT&T, the company you work for, owns Time Warner.
Yeah.
That used to be owned by Ted Turner.
Yeah.
That used to be
Time Warner
WCW.
properties, including Turner Broadcasting, CNN, as well as HBO and Warner Brothers Movies and Television Studios. AT&T is the next. AT&T is, yeah, I thought we did.
So you now work for some of the same people that used to run WCW. I mean, obviously it's lineage and not the same people. Yeah, probably, but still.
Or retired.
You're in the same family as WCW was. You're like
That is kind of cool.
You're like the
No, technically they're in my family now because we bought them.
Family's
I'm
family,
the captain
bro.
now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the captain now.
Anyway. Okay. Dan, do you have anything else to add on the Impact situation?
Yeah, I haven't given up hope. I haven't watched it lately, but I think I could easily turn it on and enjoy the product.
And I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But how am I encouraged to watch that product right now? It's just so...
Because it's different from what we get every Monday and Tuesday. It's not the same shit.
So is 205 Live. So is 205 Live.
That is, you know what? That's a viable answer for me.
And 205 Live is readily more accessible than Pop TV. And people still don't watch that.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who has Pop TV.
I have Pop TV.
Yeah, you do. I do too.
Is that like a normal channel or like?
I'm pretty sure it is because it's not HD.
Well, let's just put it this way. It's channel like 186 for me. So it's not normal, but it's not abnormal.
What do you have?
Charter. Or Xfinity.
Charter.
Xfinity. Whatever Xfinity is.
Comcast.
Interesting. Well, so a lot of people do have it, but that just proves people aren't watching it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think part of it is advertising.
Well,
other thing too that Impact does.
I mean, you were saying you were looking at their numbers. Do you actually have the numbers?
I don't have exact statistics. I'm just basing it on prediction and how good they're performing. And right now, I think that the only thing that's making it hard for them to be taken seriously is because some of the guys that are still performing there are too indie, which makes it hard for the big networks to take them seriously.
They don't relate to the audience, is what you're trying to say.
And
we go with Jaime and it's being too indie.
And for one, that's my shtick. And for two, it's hard to take a wrestling program seriously when Grado and Fallah Bahh, as great as athletes as I'm sure they are, but when Joseph Park is in a main event with Josh Matthews, Scott Steiner, and Grado, there's a problem.
I'll always watch a Scott Steiner match. I don't care how old he is.
I'm just saying, like, since we're talking about Scott Steiner, has anybody figured out what he's got against fat people?
He's not fat, so.
But the promos he cut with Joseph Park, good.
All right, we're going way off the rails right now.
It's Impact Wrestling. It is Impact Wrestling.
But let's bring this back in.
Here's how we're gonna bring this back in.
He's reeled it in.
The fact that we're talking about something that happened last year, instead of Austin Aries being a champion, instead of Ultimate X coming back, instead of anything Trevor Lee has done, the departure of Davey Richards. What the hell is going on with Eddie Edwards? We're talking about stuff that last year instead of that stuff when we're specifically talking about Impact. And the fact that Impact is now on at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Instead of 8, instead of 9, it's on at 11 p.m. on a television network that is reached by less than 10 million homes nationwide.
Yeah, I don't understand why they moved them back. I feel like that hurts the relationship.
It's simple why they moved them back is because they felt that somewhere that another show would get them more viewers.
Okay, what Pop TV has done to Impact Wrestling has been absolutely horrendous. What was that show that they had with the two muscle lifting guys that I couldn't stand? Swole Mates, thank you. that came on after Impact. You know what came on before Impact at that time? Reruns of Young and the Restless. When
Great show.
when Swole Bros got canceled.
We're gonna decline this guy.
When Swole Bros got canceled, you know what came on after Impact? Movies like Sleepless in Seattle. Now
Who
you can't.
cares? What does that have to do with Impact? If people like the product, go watch it and they'll tune in. If you are
No.
a real fan,
You're missing the
you
point.
will watch it. Whatever doesn't matter what's on before. What's
No,
after.
this
It
is
matters
my
what you
point.
get.
You're missing his point here. I know his point. He's just.
It's the
for
wrong
some reason,
network.
he's thinking-
It's the wrong network.
Yeah.
You can't have wrestling as traditional or untraditional, whatever Impact is. It's still professional wrestling. You can't have professional wrestling on a network that airs Sleepless in
Okay.
Seattle and The Young and the Restless. You can't
that's
have
a-
them
and
to
that's
be
a
the
good
meat
point.
in that sandwich.
I agree with that, but guess what? They burnt that bridge with Spike, so that ain't happening.
Spike TV burnt that bridge when they rebranded themselves. If they'd have just stayed the testosterone-filled 18 to 34-year-old demographic machine that they were and had Roller Jam and BattleBots and Monster Jam and anything else that ended with jam, peanut butter and jam, just had half-naked girls do it, Spike TV would still be a booming network. But they rebranded themselves and screwed themselves. I don't blame Impact for leaving that.
Yeah, but Bar Rescue is really good.
Yeah, but they air it 9 times a freaking day.
I'm
Okay,
with
let's talk about some of the rumors out there.
Yeah, sure. Go for it, Dan.
One of the rumors that I said why I'm not sure if they're really gonna like this move to Fox is apparently Fox wants one of Raw's top stars moved as part of this deal,
And who
that
is-
is Ronda Rousey.
Ooh. Now, it's honestly, think about that rumor for a second. What happened at Survivor Series? To Ronda Rousey, right?
Who knows? Who cares?
Where's Charlotte?
No, you're right. No, I'm just saying that's one of the rumors, and if Vince wants that to be his A show, why would he do that? Why would he move Rousey over if
Well,
he
won't.
Money.
He won't.
Money.
And the other thing is
He won't.
Fox really wants the WWE to give Daniel Cormier a tryout as an announcer
Who?
to announce the shows.
Who?
That is something that Fox is really pushing.
Heavyweight fighter, champion, UFC.
Who?
Daniel Cormier.
Oh, you're just messing with me apparently.
No, he has no idea about UFC.
No, I know who Daniel Cormier is, and it was a SmackDown. New Day. I'm depressed.
I think that's the way. That's the way to get Cormier on board with the WWE because they want to push that Lesnar Cormier feud.
Now, think about this for a second, too, and I want to go back to what Daniel said, okay? All it takes is a title change from each side, Ronda winning the Royal Rumble, Charlotte's the champion on SmackDown. That move's natural. They already have a feud going from Survivor Series. It makes sense for her to go over there because Vince McMahon is fueled by one thing and one thing only, the almighty dollar. That's why he killed his own wrestling industry. As far as Cormier, it's an easy fix. If they want to try him out as an announcer, that can be done as well. Because, I mean, we're going to go to heavyweight insider Daniel Cormier for his thoughts on this match. Because let's not forget, when Triple H announced that SmackDown is going to Fox, he said they're going to do a complete rebrand and a complete overhaul of the show to offer the same great wrestling in a new presentable way on a new
because
network.
Fox
Oh,
wants,
dude.
because Fox wants them to be more.
PG. Right,
No,
I get it.
no. Fox
Real.
wants to be more sports. They want
Want to be more real.
Well,
Yeah.
let's not forget, does anybody know the last time Fox got in bed with professional wrestling? Anybody? It was the birth of TNA. It was the birth of the Impact Zone. The first season of TNA Impact was on Fox Sports, and they had the Fox Box, which debuted on Impact before it made it to football, where it tracked near falls, it tracked special moves used, and it tracked time of the match.
Dang, I didn't know that. Dropping some knowledge right there. That's history. I didn't know that. That's sweet.
I'm just saying, that's what happened the first time. And I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm willing to bet the Impact seeds planted this move by the WWE, and we're going to see some of that stuff again. We're going to see the Fox tracker on the bottom of the screen because it's a Fox Sports brand now. We're going to see that on the bottom of the screen during SmackDown. Not just for WWE-related news, but we may find out, hey, this player just got traded while we're watching somebody like AJ Styles do a Styles clash on Dolph Ziggler, for example. Not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just saying that could be happening on the screen while the bottom of the screen is giving us late-breaking sports news, and we can tell this is the second Styles clash because it's in the top corner of the screen, and he hit it at 12:52 of the match. I'm just saying,
I would love that.
This makes a lot of more sense than what everybody is saying, and Dan, I really think you're wrong on this. I really think this is going to be a fantastic move for everybody.
I think it'll be a good move too, financially for sure. You just have so many more eyeballs on you, in my opinion. Like, so many more. You can't tell me that many more eyeballs, some of those people are going to enjoy the product.
Jaime, what do you think about it?
I wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest.
Daniel, you want to comment on that, or?
Typical Jaime?
I wasn't. Remember what happened the last time somebody said I wasn't paying that much attention to what was going on? Do you guys remember? No. I'm talking about the last guy that was his like permanent stand on things. You guys remember what happened to him? If you're listening out there, Alex, hi. How you doing? You're no longer on the show anymore because you didn't pay attention to wrestling in general. Or if people, what they said on the show, hi. Hope you're watching. Hope you're listening.
Oh, that's what Alex did.
Sheesh.
Gotta read up, buddy.
No, trust me. Alex definitely was not
Not
TOS.
safe for work.
Yeah, he was not TOS friendly.
Yeah, I'll send you his Twitter, and you can understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think I already get it. Actually, I'm going nuts. I love it.
Sending Alex's Twitter.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's this is a really okay. We're gonna talk about that after the show. We need to wrap this thing up. So I have some questions for each of the three of you. There are 3 questions and 3 questions only. We're gonna start with Daniel. You get to answer the first question first. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's a yes or no question, no explanation. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Do I troll line or do I give my honest?
Honest answer, yes or no.
No.
Jaime, have you ever seen Die Hard?
Yes.
Is it a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Adam, Christmas movie, yes or no?
When did it happen? Oh, wait. The holidays. It's an absolute Christmas movie.
3-1, Dan, you're outvoted.
Just a different genre.
Jaime, next question's to you. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie of everyone, Home Alone.
Oh, man, if we weren't on Twitch.
I know. Adam, favorite Christmas movie, give it to me.
Die Hard. It's not even close. Like, who doesn't love Bruce Willis just destroying a bunch of foreign foes?
Yippee-ki-yay. Daniel, favorite Christmas movie, go.
Christmas Story.
This is why you're my best friend, and my arch nemesis, and my tag team partner, because I agree with you. I hate you about Die Hard, but I agree with you. Christmas Story, it's not truly Christmas Day until I see the Christmas Story at least twice.
The house, Christmas Story house is also awesome. I went there a few years ago.
Cleveland, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The Browns game that I really want to go to here in a couple of weeks, that's going to be one of the stops.
I don't think anybody's ever said that. Somebody wants to go to a Browns game?
You've been warned. You have been warned. Anyway, Adam, final question is to you, since we're suddenly doing a holiday kick. What is the best Christmas song ever? And who sings it?
Oh my god, I have no idea, man. Oh boy. I'm not a big music guy, really not. I watch a lot of movies and wrestling. I'm just not a huge, like, in podcasts, I don't do a lot of music. Give me some Jingle Bells, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, It's fair. It's tried and true classic. Daniel, Christmas song.
Who sings the song "I Don't Want a Lot for Christmas"? There's just one thing I need.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Oh, it's also Mariah Carey in her prime
I'd like
music video.
Personally.
Hey, come on. Jaime, is your favorite Christmas song in English?
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally, I had Dan set up for that twice, and nothing.
Oh no, I caught it both times.
Jaime, what is your favorite Christmas song?
What was the song Ashley Tisdale sang? Last Christmas.
Oh, God.
Last Christmas.
That's Stevie Wonder's song.
He's.
I like the Ashley Tisdale version.
He's got to be thinking. He's got what? Oh my gosh, what's that movie called? High School Musical. Dude's got to be thinking about High School Musical right now.
I mean, not gonna lie, I've thought about Ashley, whatever her name is, a lot. Hey, come on, dude, you can't deny 15-year-old watching High School Musical. I'm just saying, there was a lot of unresolved feelings.
TOS.
I'm more of a Vanessa Hudgens guy than an Ashley Tisdale guy.
To each his own.
I mean, that makes sense, Jaime. That makes sense.
It does. All right.
For you, at least.
By the way,
You had to put that.
you all are wrong. Nat King Cole singing the Christmas song is the best Christmas song ever. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Eggnog, fireplace, warm blanket with the person you love. For Jaime, it's a guy. For the rest of us, it's a chick. It's perfect.
I hate to bust your balls, though, but eggnog sucks.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. I'm just saying, it's Christmassy. So you have to have at least one glass every year. All right. Let's
I definitely think you was an eggnog guy.
It's like fruitcake. It's not my favorite thing. It's not.
They're both awful. They're both awful. You never have to have them.
But you gotta have a piece of it, or it's not the holidays. You know?
I disagree 100%. Still, the holidays never eat it.
It's like it's not Thanksgiving unless you have a little bit of turkey somehow. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
Yes, I guess I agree with that statement.
You have to, or you're not an American. Anyway, I mean, I expect Jaime not to agree with it. He's not American. Anyway, let's end this show the way we end every show, and that's what we've missed, what to watch out for, and a self-pimping of our lives. Jaime, we haven't heard a lot from you, so let's hear a lot from you. What did we miss? What should we watch? And tell us about your blog.
What to watch for this December 2, it's Sunday there in the US. It's UFC Fight Night. So it's going to be former Brazilian champions fighting in the main event and the co-main event. So for the co-main event, it's a light heavyweight bout between Mauricio Shogun Rua and Tyson Pedro. And for the main event, it's a heavyweight bout between Junior Dos Santos and what's this guy's name? Taitui Vasa. I don't know how to pronounce that. And also in the card is Mark Hunt. He fights Justin Willis.
I wonder if his brother's named Mike.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Daniel. Oh wait, Jaime, how do people find you?
Oh, no, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, at the Great JLA.
JLA. Daniel, go.
You guys can find me here on twitch.tv/JohnnyBananas. If you are hearing this on the podcast and you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and you can sub free once per month with something called Twitch Prime. So feel free to give me that subscription, and or subscribe to any streamer out there, right? It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can do it once per month. You play games, there's content there. You can also find me on Twitter at DannyBananas. Soon to be on all social medias at DannyBananas, but for now, they're the only two you guys need to worry about.
Okay, now, what did we miss? Have we missed anything?
We did miss some stuff, but we can bookmark it for another week, see if some more information comes out about some of that other stuff.
I'm just going to start calling you, maybe instead of my, arch nemesis, my best friend, my arch nemesis, and the biggest tease in the world. Maybe that should be your new intro.
I mean, that's what your girlfriend calls me, too.
Oh my god.
Do I need to wake her up and ask her? She's 10 feet away from me.
I mean, that's on you if you want to wake her up.
You know what? We're going to settle this because Anna, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, hearing this for the very first time, you need to listen and watch the rest of these episodes because my girlfriend Anna has not only agreed, but challenged Dan to an argument of his choosing on a show in the future. Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Half of that's true.
No, she did. She's challenging you. She wants to yell at you. So, Adam. That my hand just went weird. Adam, what did we miss?
What did we miss? Boy, we probably missed a lot, man. I'll tell you what, there's always too much going on in wrestling. I love talking with you guys, man. I enjoy it so much. One thing kind of out of the wrestling world and more in the sports world that just popped off today, Kareem Hunt, what are you doing? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that there. We're just gonna
all I gotta say. Hey, follow me on Twitter at Adam MIZ like Mizzou 0793, I believe, or maybe it's Adam Ant 93. I don't know. I have to look at that.
Okay.
But either way, check it out.
Now tell them that the reason it's MIZ is not because of Mizzou Raw, but because of The Miz.
It's absolutely not because of The Miz. He's one of the most hated wrestlers of all time. I actually stopped watching wrestling for a few years because he got the championship and won at a WrestleMania. I'm dead serious.
You're not coming back to this show.
I hate him, and we can talk about it now. We can talk about it later.
Next show. We'll talk about it on the next show that you're on. Because now...
You're always welcome back in my eyes just because you just set Ed off.
No, goddamn.
All right. I hate him. I despise him.
All right, Ed, what's going on in your life?
Well, for one thing that I didn't miss, but I'm pretty sure if these three guys did because they're not watching it, the Washington defense, the Washington University defense, and the Utah defense just had a 60-minute clash of the Titans. It ended 10-3 with Washington being the new Pac-12 champions in a game that was amazing. The referees missed a blatant pass interference call that would have given Utah a first down deep in Washington territory. Fantastic game. It's why I've been kind of distracted. And, by the way, last check, the Blues are tied 2-2.
Yeah! I told you!
Alexander Steen's also been knocked out. Anyway, what to watch for? We got conference championships, and I'm telling you right now, Cliff Kingsbury will be the next head coach of the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to say it every show until it happens. You can find me if you're ever in southeastern Ohio and you happen to come across Noble County. Be sure to pick up a copy of the Journal and Noble County Leader. Turn to pages 9, 10, and 11 this week, and you will find about all the details of why all four basketball teams from Caldwell and Shenandoah combined began the season 1-0. You will also read about the wrestling tournament that happened at Union Local High School featuring our own I almost said that right. Our own Shenandoah Zaps, and you can figure out who are the Noble County All-Stars for this week. You can find all of that at journal-leader.com or a physical copy of the Journal and Noble County Leader that's found all around places that sell newspapers in Noble County. You can also find me in Crossroads Magazine. You can also find me on Twitter at Ed at the Journal. That's EDAT the Journal. You can also find me on Facebook, but you can't. Anyway, that's all we got going for this show. As always, on all of our one night only specials, we thank you for listening because this is truly happening only one night.
I thought it was mine.
Okay, so you can also find Ed on Twitter at Edit the Journal. Clearly, Ed does not have the best internet service provider out there. He might have switched spots with Jaime because clearly he. Oh, he's back. I see him moving again.
Okay.
Do you want to finish your plug?
Well, being the fact that my computer recorded it all and it got all of it, no, because Twitch is your thing, not mine. But if you're ever in Noble County, pick up a copy of No, I don't want to finish it. Pick up a copy of the Journal if you're in Caldwell. That's it. But that brings us to the end of the show. And as always with all one night only specials, thank you for listening, because this is truly happening on only one night. And if you're not down with the Caps Locks and Chair Shots podcast, we got 2 words for you. Keep listening.